Yo, what up my Shadow Armies, it is I, Shadow Critias, back again with another RWBY review video. So yes, today I'm going to review a fanfic of RWBY Blood Rose, a romance and horror story. And I finally finished off with the series, and now I want to give my thoughts on this. And you guys are already listening to the audio drama. Before I get to the review, I want to say thank you guys so much for stay along with the journey for the Blood Rose series. And when I first heard about this from my uncle, that it was freaking brutal and yet disturbing, I didn't even get a chance to finish reading way back then until now. And the reason I made doing this because for Halloween special, and there's only like 64 chapters on the actual website, and the reason why there's 62 for this because there's 2 chapters just involve the updates and the announce. Like chapter 19 and chapter 32 are just the updates. That's the reason why I skipped it and just go straight to the story. And this story takes place, let's say, 2 months after Volume 1, because this story came out 2 months after the Volume 1 came out in 2013. So RWBY Volume 1 came out in August 2013, and this fanfic came out in October 2013. And this is kind of like fanfiction takes place after Volume 1, and some chapters, the last 5 chapters, no wait, yeah, the last 5 or the last 6 chapter, I think, it takes in Volume 2, or maybe more than the chapter takes in Volume 2 now, because the rest of the story takes in before Volume 2 and after Volume 1. But the last few chapters involve Volume 2. And I kind of like the idea that RWBY is the adopted and her real parents die by the Faunus, the White Fang, until they've revealed that they're not Faunus. They're not Faunus, they're human disguise as they're part of the White Fang, and kill all the bunch of the village of Rose, and she's the last remainder of her people. And I was kind of disappointed that RWBY didn't ask more questions about her parentage, about why they kill her parents, why they kill her village, destroy her village, you know what I mean? And they didn't give a good reason why, and that was kind of disappointing. And in this story, it was kind of brutal and disturbing how RWBY does, and it was actually disturbing the way she eats people, and I actually did feel bad for RWBY, the way she's going through. Like she lost everything. She lost everything. She lost her first lover that she thought she dead until she saw her again. When she was in a coma, lost her memory, and she was alive because her aura activates, and she was alive with a cause that she lost her memory. She lost again by that she was with Weiss. And this fanfiction has involved Bumblebee shipping, so you guys can watch that. And in this story, John and Pyrrha do get together in the last 3 chapters of this fanfic, and Ren and Nora as well. They are together. And what else I want to talk about? Oh, and yeah, RWBY's been suffer a lot, and I just felt bad for her. And then I kind of feel bad for the Grimms, that how RWBY treated them now. They were just minding their own not their own business. RWBY became the alpha of the new alpha of the Beowulfs, and RWBY keeps torturing them, and I actually do feel bad for them. And then RWBY was in the cruiser ship. He started having another love interest, which is Mel. Then she just got dumb because he found out that who she was. She's got dumb because he doesn't know how he feels. He doesn't know who he's with, RWBY or Red. So he doesn't know, so he just dumps her. And that was kind of heartbreaking. That's kind of fucked up. First you lost your teammates, you lost your woman twice, you got dumped for your second relationship, and now you got nobody. you got no, and she's all alone, and she doesn't have anybody. And I actually honestly do feel bad for Ruby at this point. And oh crap, what was I gonna say next? Damn, I totally forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh, Ruby was planning to head down to the Dragon Wings, where Jack, the one who caused the murder of Ruby's parent, her actual parent, her biological parents, and then she killed Jack's adopted son, who actually is the Faunus. So pretty much, he was trying to redeem himself by taking a child in as his son. So pretty much, he took in a Faunus child to raise him as his own son. So Ruby killed him, and she didn't know until he confronts him when she escaped Rogue Camp, a camp that involved people who does some really fucked up murder shit. And so pretty much they both are trying to redeem themselves. So pretty much Jack and Ruby are trying to redeem themselves what they have done in the past. So that's what Ruby's trying to do. She's trying to redeem herself, not to be in a road camp. She wants to redeem herself living in the remnant alone until everyone fully accepts her that she's been redeemed. There are some people who just don't trust her. It's slowly kind of like that. So pretty much they don't trust her, but they started to slow develop that they started to trust her and started to believe that she's trying to redeem herself of the past she has done. But they will not forgive her what she has done in the past. But they will forgive her. They will give her a chance that she has been redeemed. But if she tries to do it again, they will try to kill her. And Ruby understands that. And Ruby has to disguise herself in this new place called New Haven, a secret location, when she confronts one of her friends in the ship named Mark. And she wants to see Mark because she haven't seen Mark since she's arrived in the New Haven. And she came across a rabbit faunus named Maya, and Ruby started to have a feeling for her, and Maya doesn't see that. But Ruby doesn't know that she's already in a secret relationship with other cop member. And she doesn't know that. And that's kind of fucked up. And that's going to be more heartbreaking to hear if this story keeps continuing on. I can't even talk anything. And now we can get into... I want to talk about the part 1 and part 2 of the dance that is from volume 2 in this fanfiction. Both of Team RWBY, well, not even close of Team RWBY and Team Juniper, talking about the dance, and they try not to bring up the name Ruby Rose and the title name of Team RWBY. And both of Team RWBY have been separated when Blake and Yang stayed at Beacon. Weiss and Alice, that's the girl name that Ruby was with, and now she was with Weiss. They both have their own place because Alice has a secret mission that Weiss is with. So, yeah. And now Ruby's on her own. So pretty much the entire former teammates are now separated. And they try so hard not to bring up Ruby anymore. They try their best, but they just can't. It's hard for them, especially Yang. Ever since she's in a relationship with Blake, her bond with her sister has started to care to Blake more than Ruby. But deep down, she does care for Ruby as a sister. Even if she was a murderer, she still cares. And Blake is trying to make trying to make Yang to don't think about her, just move on. I mean, thinking about the future for us, you know what I mean? I mean, she understands how she feels, but she doesn't need to focus on it at the moment. And both Ruby, Yang, and Weiss and Team Juniper are trying to pull the pieces together about Penny. That Penny was about to become a new murderer because she crushed a guy, almost killing him instantly, but he was luckily alive. And they started putting on the pieces together that Penny might be a machine. That's why they put on the pieces together. And they both trying so hard not to bring up Ruby. They really tried so hard not to bring up Ruby. But they just can't. It's hard for them not to. They only give the first 2 words of her name. That's it. Even though they're trying to say, hey, it's a Team RWBY. They're trying not to say, she's trying not to say Team RWBY, or Ren trying to make her not to say the team name. You know what I mean? And in the last chapter, that RWBY doesn't want to lose Maya just like the other. You know what I mean? And that's where the story ends. This is actually pretty good, but I wish they could continue. I wish the writer just could continue on more. You know what I mean? Sorry, I've been talking much, but I actually do. I like it. I give this 10 out of 10. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to the soundtrack and the fanfic and my GoFundMe page will all be down below the description box. You guys know the drill about all that. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Kneel before Shadow Critias. I'll see you guys later.